KastKing versus Cadence. 3 seasons. How'd they hold up? Stay tuned. I don't rotate my equipment much. I have everything hung on my kayak cart that I push out to the truck, so I end up using the same rods and reels time after time after time after time. And that's been the case with these 2 reels. This is a KastKing Sharky Baitfeeder, and this is just a regular Cadence CS10 spinning reel. Let's see how these have held up over the last 3 seasons. Starting with the KastKing, the first thing to note is that the handle has slack in it, and it cannot be tightened down, nor can it be tightened here on the joint. Then if I hold that and shake it, I can hear some of the components inside rattling just a little bit, which implies that there has been wear on the gearing on the inside. Looking at the outside, the finish has been worn off, and there's been a significant amount of corrosion here around the bail on both sides. And around the rear drag, it's very noticeable. And of course, the rear drag is now a little bit jammed up, and the lever is hard to move. Now, quite frankly, this isn't really fair because the Cadence does not have these 2 components, so just ignore that if you want. Additional wear right up in here. But the good news is that the reel still operates without any wobble in the spool, but you can hear just a little bit of grinding noise. Again, indicating that there's been some wear on the internal components. I have some more finish issues right here. Switching to the Cadence, the handle has not come loose at all, so there's a difference. And shaking it, I hear nothing rattling on the inside. The reel still reels without any wobble in the spool, and I don't really hear much beyond a gentle whir, as opposed to over here, it's much louder. Gentle, maybe just a little bit of wear indicator. Over here, a little bit more. Now, in terms of wear, the key thing here on the Cadence is that the paint seems to have buckled in a number of places. Look here along the shaft, you can see it's pitted. It's pitted along the base. It's pitted near the anti-reverse lever. It's pitted here on this chrome, and there's slight pitting here on this chrome, as well as right here around the lever. The top of the drag is just fine. On the bail, the Cadence still has a definite click when it engages, whereas the KastKing is softer. But I don't think that means that the KastKing is necessarily bad. It's probably just designed that way. And it's still totally functional. As I sat down here, I forgot to point out one more thing. There is paint buckling right here at the base of the shaft on this one as well. So what you can say bad about the Cadence is that the paint buckles a little bit where it's seen a significant amount of use. The finish, overall finish, seems to hold up pretty well when compared to the KastKing. And in terms of the internal operation, there's clearly something going on inside here where probably some of the gearing has eroded and worn down given the extensive use I've put both of these reels through over the last 3 years. These are both 3 years old. Cadence is still working fine. I'm going to get another season or 2 probably out of this. And with the KastKing, I think what I'll do is I'll give this to Goodwill, because maybe someone else has the knowledge to go inside here and see what's going on with the gearing and the rear drag. So what's my bottom line? Well, it's pretty clear to me that the Cadence has held up better, even though this is not saltwater rated, and this is. Now, I do clean my reels rinse them in water every time I get back from using them, especially in the salt water. There you go. Very unscientific, kind of just my perspective at the end of these 3 years. If you guys have used either brand and have a perspective on its reliability and function after extended use, please throw it in the comments below. Thanks.